Why, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another damn fun episode, and today we're hopefully gonna have some damn fun with the Nukor. Now, I got a Nukor even a couple of days ago from Mr. Isa, so thank you very much for your generous gift, sir. You are a very generous man indeed. However, the thing is, I have never even built the Nukor, so I kinda don't know what the weapon is about, so let's go into the foundry. And let's rush it where it is. Secondaries, there it is. Let's check it out. Alright, so low crit, high status. Per second, okay, so it's a beam weapon. Now, the first thing I want to do is put a potato on the thing, because 18 mod capacity is no way to go. There we go, 36. So let's use some basic mods. So Hornet Strike, I guess. And some dual stat mods then, to kind of bump up the status. So Jolt and I guess Scorch for radiation. And let's go with Pistol Pestilence. There we go, 56% status per second. Alright, let's see what this weapon is all about. So, oh wow, that is cool. That is really neat. I think the enemies explode when they die. Yep, they definitely explode. I should read the wiki. Blah, 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 blah. Pulsating effect. Causes enemies to take double the listed damage from itself and 50% additional damage from all sources other than itself, huh? That's nuts. Nothing about exploding, though. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Utilizing a Drezakavat. Blah, 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 blah. Effect is listed visually by the increase of size to selected body parts. What? Oh, this is ridiculous. Look at this poor bastard. Man, I can make my own Nuggles. This weapon was made for me. Okay, I guess it's time to max out the Riven. It's called Nukor Sati Acridex, and I have just enough endo to max it out. So let's see how much we get. So 90% status, 102 crit damage, and 140% multi-shot. That's a lot of multi-shot. Alright, let's see the stats. So let's get rid of you and you, I guess. And we get 62% status. Wow, 8.1 times crit multiplier. Damn. It's a shame that it only has 1% crit, because that would be kind of nuts. Now, this time around, I'm actually prepared. I farmed a little bit of Kuva, so let's roll it a couple of times and see what we get. And we get Nukor Zeti Toxidex. Toxin damage, more status chance, minus recoil, and minus status duration. Nah. Nukor Ampi Mantican plus multi-shot, damage to corpus, ammo maximum, which is pretty good because this weapon isn't very ammo efficient, and minus critical chance, which doesn't matter because it only has 1% crit. I think I will keep this one. Okay, cycle number 3, we get Nukor Ampidra with fire rate, lot of fire rate actually, and lot of ammo maximum. It's nice, but I'm gonna keep this one. This one is just really good. Okay, we get Nukor Feva Viciada with bonus reload speed, which is really nice. That's actually something I've been looking for. Bonus damage to infestate doesn't matter, and a lot of bonus damage. Yes, please. And I think this is the last roll, so we get Nukor Vexi Acrican with bonus crit damage, cool, bonus multi-shot, bonus electricity, and minus damage to the infested. Oh, I don't know. Multi-shot and electricity damage with crit damage, or the reload speed and raw damage. I think I'll keep the raw damage one. Okay, time to put on some mods. So Hornet Strike, no brainer. Then let's put on the Riven and Nukor Fevi Viciada. That's actually not an awful lot of damage. Let's put on Lethal Torrent and Barrel Diffusion. Where's Barrel Diffusion? Hello? There it is. And that's pretty much it. So let's try it out, and then I'm gonna put on some Forma. And of course they get corrupted right as I start firing at them. Okay, what? Hello? Wow, this is doing bugger all. Wait, it was doing like 500 damage to a Bombard earlier. Is multi-shot that good? Did I screw up with the Riven? I may have screwed up with the Riven. Huh. Oh my god! Wow! Look at the okay. That looks so weird. Oh my god. Look at this. Wow, this Mo is thick. Okay, so going for damage is... Wait, what? Something ate my mods. Did I have it on a different... Nope. Well, there's a problem. Alright, bitches. Round 2. Boop. There we go. Come here. There. Okay, there we go. There's the damage. That's not half bad. Come here. I need another dude. Come here. Yep. That's good damage. That's good damage. Especially considering that this is 0 Forma, so I only have the multi-shot mods there. Hornet Strike, and the Riven. So I guess it's time to put on some forma then. Okay, takže E minor, D, C, a D. Okay. Once I rose above the noise and confusion. Ja, funguje. Once I rose above the noise and confusion, just to get a glimpse beyond this illusion. I was soaring never higher, but I flew to... Alright, so I put on 4 forma, and this should be more than enough for what I want to do. So let's put on some mods. Let's start off with the Riven. And you know the standards, Hornet Strike, Battle Diffusion, Lethal Torrent. And I want to put on Magnum Force because I really want to see what the negative accuracy does to the beam. Alright, so this is without Magnum Force. Pretty straightforward. And here it is with Magnum Force. So, that looks pretty much the same to me. Alright. Alright, so here's the finalized build. So it's 4 forma and it has the Riven. It has a lot of fire rate. It has some reload speed, which is really nice. And it runs with heat, radiation, and corrosive. So let's try it out. And finally we come to the conclusion. Now my recording screwed up, so it didn't record the microphone. So I'm doing this after I recorded everything in Vegas. And I must say that this is definitely fun, you know, running around microwaving enemies with a cool looking beam is definitely fun, though most of the time it's not the haha sort of fun, right? It can be really funny when you microwave an enemy in the head and they run around like a bobblehead for a bit, or when you hit heavy gunners in the legs because their thighs will grow dramatically and they look like they've never skipped leg day in their entire life. But overall, it's just, you know, fun to use. So if you get yourself a Nukor Riven, don't throw it out, don't dissolve it, don't sell it, try it out. You may have quite a bit of fun with this. So that's pretty much it for the video. So I thank you very much for watching, as always, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.